Good morning. It is 6 a.m. here in South Carolina, and I'm going into work, so I decided, well, I have some time, let's do my makeup and get that done with. So I have just put moisturizer on my face, so we're going to be putting our Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion on our lids to prime our lids so we don't get creased eyeshadow, because that's no fun. Especially when you actually spend some quality time on your eyeshadow and then in a couple hours it doesn't look so good anymore. So we're going to rub that in, and since I don't have the natural light from outside, since it's still dark outside, I just have to rely on the light above me, which isn't great, but it works. Alright, it's all over our lids. What do we want to do today is the question. We're going to be doing actually something a little bit differently once I can get it out of its container. Sorry for the extra noise. But we're actually going to be using a cream eyeshadow today. So I got this from Sephora a few years back, and they still do have this color. It's by Smashbox. And as the box says, it's Limitless 15-hour wear cream eyeshadow. And this one is in Gemstone. It's this very pretty purple color. You probably can't see it that great because of the lighting, but I love it, and it's very creamy, so you really only need a little bit on your finger, and I definitely suggest doing it on your middle finger because it doesn't have as much pressure as your index finger does. Alright, and kind of just dab it all over your eyelid. Cool thing about this is that you can really build it, so if you want it lighter, you can. If you like it darker, you can. So it's all up to you. I tend to sit at a little bit of a lighter shade, especially in the morning, because I know I probably look tired, so let's not make it worse with darker colors. Alright, and get that all over your lid. And make sure they're roughly even. Alright. Then I'm going to wipe off my finger on my handy dandy napkin over here. Get that off my fingers. And put it away. And then we are going to be using our M.A.C espresso eyeshadow for the corners today. Using the same brush we always do, the crease brush that I'm really using for an outer edge brush, but that's alright. And we will be putting that in the corners once again, just to add a little bit of definition. And again, you can make it as dark or light as you would like. Since I kept the purple lighter, I'm going to keep the brown a little lighter. Alright, and they are roughly even this morning. And I'm going to wipe that off, and then I'm going to be going back into my Nudes palette by Maybelline just to use that color that we always use for our crease. No, and I just got this palette, and I am really in love with it. I've been wanting it for a while, but just haven't gotten myself to buying a full palette. I do have lots of eyeshadow, so eventually I'd really like to do a makeup collection video if you guys want to see it. So we're going to be putting that in our crease, and then, again, like normal, we're going to be taking that nude shade and putting it up on our brow bone. It's more to lighten it up just in case you did get some of the darker color up there. Alright, I need to smooth that out a bit. Alright. And to help us not look so tired this morning, I'm going to keep open the Nudes palette and I am going to go into the rest of my makeup, and I am going to try and find, once I can put the rest of my stuff away, I would suggest finding a lighter purple shade. So I know I have some in here, I just have to find it. Here we go, and it doesn't particularly have to be shimmery. I actually got this from the Dollar Tree by LA Colors, and it's just a little trio eyeshadow palette. But I'm going to be taking this light pinky purple color here. It's really hard to see in the screen, but it's definitely on the pinker side, but it does have some sparkle in it. So we're going to be taking our angled brush this morning, and we're going to be putting that on the bottom eyelash line. Yeah, and just because it is earlier in the morning and I do work at Starbucks, I should probably look awake, or at least look like I had caffeine, even if I didn't. Alright, and because this color is so light, you can get a little messy with it and don't have to worry about it too much. No, and you do want to bring it all the way into the inner parts of your eye, because that will help you look a little bit more awake. And then we're going to be using the darker purple here. It's still lighter than the color we used on our main eyelid. So we're just going to be putting a little bit of that in the outer corner of the bottom lash line. And it's really not super noticeable, but it's still enough that you can tell that there's some dimension there. Alright. Now let's put that away. Alright. Then we're going to go back to that Nudes palette, and we're going to be taking this shimmery champagne color right here, and we're just going to be putting a little bit of that in this portion right here. Oops. And it's just to lighten it up. You really don't need a whole lot. Alright, and that is all done. Then we're going to be taking our brown Master Drama Eye Studio eyeliner in bold brown. And you're welcome to use black. I used to use black quite often, but I was using the Revlon Color Stay eyeliner, and I was continuously dropping it and breaking it, and then I had to go buy a new one because it wouldn't wind up anymore. So, but you are welcome to use whatever eyeliner you would like. I just like my brown now. Yeah, I used to live on black eyeliner, but then for my wedding I transferred to brown, and I have been stuck ever since. Alright, and so we're just lighting our top eyelid today. We're not going to do the bottom since we are trying to keep it lighter because it is so early. Alright, and try to make sure they're even because mine are not. Alright, so once that is even, we will be taking our mascara and putting that on, but we're going to curl our eyelashes first. You always want to curl your eyelashes first and not after your mascara, because once you have on your mascara, your eyelashes tend to be a little bit more brittle, and you can actually end up breaking off your eyelashes, which I have done because they've been so dry. So I really wouldn't suggest doing that. It looks a little goofy once they are broken off. So we're going to just put on a couple coats of mascara today after we curled our eyelashes. Not eyelids, Sarah. Eyelashes. And again, you can put on as much as mascara if you'd like. I tend not to put on a whole lot but I still put on a few coats. My eyelashes are a muted brown color, so it's actually a little hard to see. But I tend to just use the black mascara. I've tried brown in the past, but I haven't tried it recently enough to give it a fair trial. I did at one point in middle school have blue eyeliner, or not blue eyeliner, but blue mascara. It was electric blue. I liked it, but at the same time, like, I look back at it now and I couldn't tell I had eyelashes because of the color. So, like, maybe if you have blonde eyelashes and you normally don't wear too much, like, it'd be good on less pigmented eyelashes, but not darker ones. And we're just going to be putting a coat on the bottom lash line. Alright. And I know it looks a lot darker in the computer screen, but it is really not that dark. It is a little bit darker than the one from yesterday, but it's still not too bad. And I will be putting on my glasses later today because I will be driving, especially in the dark. But otherwise, I believe that's all. I'm just going to put on some chapstick. My moisturizer is already on. But otherwise, it's time to start the day at Starbucks. So yeah, I think that's all for today. So I will see you guys possibly tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.